Hello, everyone. Yeah, I had trouble figuring out what to do with this week's kind of extras video. I had thought I was going to say something about the apparent whiskey glut we find ourselves within and what the consequences of that are. And then I kind of realized I don't necessarily have a conclusion to offer. I don't have a way to land that plane. So, put that on the back burner for now. And then I thought maybe I would do another video dunking on the Democrats because they're useless. But I'm not going to do that either because I think I've kind of shown my hand on that in previous videos. But I thought I would return to a topic that was really I think the second big topic I did on this channel. After, boy, howdy, aren't the Jamaican overproof rums good? I think it was the second whiskey review I did was on Glengoyne 10, but it wasn't really about Glengoyne 10. It was really about introducing an entire series trying to answer the question of, what can you find in Chicago or really large U.S. markets in the realm of malt whiskey that ticks all three boxes of under $40, age statements, real age statements. If it says 3 months in a pipette, that doesn't count. And also bottled higher than 40%. 41 is fine, but it has to be higher than 40%. What is out there that kind of meets those requirements? And at the time, there was a bunch of stuff that, and I reviewed a bunch of it. Glengoyne 10, well, I won't go down the list. Almost all of it has seen price jumps in recent years. To the point where if you try to look for those things that meet those requirements, there's Sheep Dip 5, which is not my favorite. And there's this. There is Glenmorangie. I hate this package. I hate this design so much. Glenmorangie Original. It used to be a 10-year-old. They have actually increased the age recently to 12. And I know in some markets, this is now at 40%, which is disgusting. Shame on you, LVMH. But at least in Chicago, and I think a lot of the U.S., this is 43. So it is kind of the last of a breed. This is a 12-year-old malt whiskey from Scotland, bottled at 43%. Decent presentation in any case. That you can buy for under $40. This is even off sale, $39.99. What else is out there? Sheep Dip. You can give up on a couple of things, but even if you start compromising, you're looking at Monkey Shoulder. You're looking at there's a couple of American single malts. There's the Balcones Legacy. Starts with an L. The cheapy Balcones, which is actually okay, but it isn't really aged, and you can tell. If you give up on the proof requirements, there's some Glenmorangies out there actually, which are way below $40. Those are actually okay. Those are worth drinking. But if you have those three requirements, this is probably what you're getting. So may as well taste it and see if it's any good or not. And boy, I've actually done some notes for this. How about that? I've been so busy this summer. I think this is the first actual written notes review I've done in a couple of months. So let us work our way through this. Glenmorangie, the original Highland single malt Scotch whiskey, 12-year-old, and they actually state aged in bourbon casks. That's nice. They're getting specific on the nose. There is a lot number which I can't read, but I can actually tell the bottling date, which is July 22nd, 24. So basically this time last year. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it smells like Glenmorangie. Toasted orange peel. A lot of orangey character, kind of a peppery character to this as well. Tea cakes. Not British tea cakes, Southern tea cakes. They're slightly different. It's somewhere between like a cake and a cookie. Like, look it up. But yeah, it's got that kind of like confectionery pastry thing. Some tobacco, like sort of a brighter tobacco. Orientals. Florals, lavender, kind of a potpourri thing. A little bit of like grandma's, grandma's living room. Definitely some vanilla. A little bit of a tea leafy thing. Actually, yeah, Earl Grey in particular. There's that kind of like bergamot thing. Baked apple. Kind of a cinnamon toast crunch kind of vibe, but also like a little bit of honey. So maybe like mixed in some honey nut Cheerios into your cinnamon toast crunch. Yeah, it's got the Earl Grey thing, the orange peel thing, but there's like a bitter orange thing in this too, like maybe like a tangerine kind of thing. Like it's not mango. What is that? It's like something tropical, but like an underripe apricot, like a green apricot. So yeah, I mean, on the nose, a couple of things I can already say which are big thumbs up. It's got complexity. It's got a couple of layers. I'm getting distillate in there, but I'm also getting oak in there, and there's some complexity going on. And the big happy thing is this smells like it comes from somewhere. It has a terroir element. Glenmorangie is just north of Inverness. I mean, a little bit further more north than just, but it's in that area, and it tastes like it comes from that area. It's, it's got these little nods. There's stylistic continuity with like Teaninich. There's a little hint of Glen in there too. Maybe like a rock, a couple of pebbles in there for minerality. Yeah, I mean it smells like that area. It's got the kind of like bright orange element that makes me think, like southern side of the northern Highlands, if that makes sense. On the palate. There's things I can pick apart on this, but I gotta tell you, like, even just on like first impressions, we're already well ahead of the basic Glenlivets and the monkey shoulders. It's just got more going on. It's more complex. It's got a little more presence to it. But let's get to the issues. It has a little bit of a development to this too. It leads very much on like appley oatmeal. It's like the little oatmeal packs with like apple flavoring. There's a little bit of that going on. A little bit of clover honey on the front end as well. Some vanilla wafers. But then, like on the mid palate, it kind of transitions into something a little bit more austere. Earl Grey, black pepper, cinnamon. What are the cinnamon cookies? But also like cinnamon cookies, but also like ginger snaps. A little bit of a gingery element to this, and then it kind of finishes on a bitter orange element. Orientals again, Oriental tobaccos. A little bit of an ashiness, a little bit of a kind of a wildflower floral thing. It's not my favorite finish. It feels a little bit clipped. It's a little bit awkward. A little bit astringent. But yeah, I mean, for compared to the competition, this is quite solid. It's also a little bit nutty. It's like, what is that? 3, 4. And I'll give that a second. And yeah, I mean, it is indicative of where the spirits market in general has gone, and that this is kind of the last man standing on that list of filters that I had set up a couple of years. Because I meant to, I gave I built those filters, under $40, serious age statement, bottled higher than 40%, in order to, filter a bunch of stuff out. And but I left a bunch of stuff in, though, but most of stuff of what was there has just left that space. And that tells you something, doesn't it? I mean, it tells you about kind of general inflation, and specifically inflation within spirits. This channel hasn't been around that long. Like, it's been 5 years since I started this, and this is it. This is it if you want to spend under $40 in the US for a 43% age-shaded single malt whiskey of any kind. Kind of depressing, isn't it? All right, let's go back to this. Now it's had a minute on the nose. Actually, more change than I was expecting. Usually when you throw some water at a 43% and it doesn't do very much. But this is kicking out a little bit of vanilla. Definitely some more pepper. It's still very orange driven, but we're moving more towards a kind of a marmalade element, like a desserty element, than the aggressive bitter element of the orange is still there, but it's softened up a little bit, put it that way. On the palate, there we go. So I don't just add water. I don't have this and this because I'm a wimp. I add it because sometimes it makes a difference, and I want to see what kind of difference it makes. In this case, when you take this, put it in the glass, add 4 drops of water to your ounce of whiskey or whatever, it really, really kind of just firms everything up and brings it together. This is a much more integrated dram than it was. I mean, not much more. A statistically significantly more integrated dram than it was when I first poured it. Which is a good sign. The presence just kicks up. The finish is not as awkward. It's still definitely on the bitter side of things. There's a bite to this, and as it should have a bite. There should be a bite to this because it's an Inverness malt, right? But yeah, it comes together very nicely, and it kind of gets more desserty again, like on the nose. So there is a spice cake marmalade-y element to this now. It isn't just that it's a well-presented, age-stated, reasonably affordable malt whiskey. It's that it's one that has character. It has an identity. I could see some people hating this. It isn't generic at all. There's a serious bitter snap on the end of this that is just going to turn a lot of people off. But it has personality, and I like that. I respect that. Good job, Glenmorangie 12. I'm not going to go crazy over this. It isn't like certainly not the best malt whiskey in the world. But yeah, this is an 83 plus. It's an 83 plus, and for the category, for the price point, that's pretty darn good. And yeah, that's the video. I'm a little bit depressed. I'm waiting for them to ruin this. I'm waiting for them to kick this up to $50 or drop it down to 40% or something. Because we can't have nice things right now. Thanks for watching. 83 points for this iteration of Glenmorangie Original 12-year-old. Thanks for watching, and cheers.